Today's guest, Grammy-nominated Ron Korb, can help teach us about the international music scene. Welcome to the spotlight, Ron.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on the show.
Well, look, we've met in real life. I remember a few years ago at TIFF. You're so gracious. You really are a Canadian treasure. Like that. That's how I see you. But let's talk international music. Because there's such an international influence to your music. Where does that come from?
Well, I think it comes from my upbringing. I'm part Japanese, and my father was European. And then growing up in Toronto, of course, which is one of the most international cities in the world. And so all the different cultural influences that I was exposed to just growing up and exploring music.
Hmm. So, fun fact, maybe not fun for you. Fun for me though. Like I
Fun
used to
for
play
you,
the
okay.
I played the flute from grade 6 to grade
Really?
8. I did.
Oh, I
I
didn't know that.
I was no Ron Korb, but no, I really did. I don't know. There was something about it, but I couldn't. It was just so hard. Like the breath work. It's like not an easy instrument. So I guess you're like an internationally acclaimed. Is it flautist? Is that how you say that? Flutist,
Well,
flautist.
American usage is flutist, but flautist, yes, is the British way of saying it.
Got it. Okay.
And a lot of people think it's flautist, but that's actually wrong.
Uh, okay.
Um, the way you think it's supposed to be, that's the wrong way.
So it's flutist, but they pronounce it like it's flautist. That's why people think
Flautist. Yes, he's a
that.
wonderful flautist.
Got it.
Bobby Del Rio used to be a flautist. Yeah,
But
yeah.
look, and I don't think it's an exaggeration to say you may be one of the best flute players in the whole world. So like how did this start? Like why were you drawn to that instrument in particular?
I mean, I was just drawn to the instrument because of the sound. I
Mm,
mean, I just thought the sound was beautiful. And when you play the flute, and you must have noticed this yourself, you get that kind of ringing sound in your head. Like if especially if you're in like a very ambient room,
mm.
and it's just a kind of a wonderful feeling. I think each musician gravitates to their own instrument for various reasons, but I think to me it was just the sound of the flute I found so beautiful.
So like when did you start and when did you know you were a musician?
Well, I didn't start that early. I
Mm,
I started actually in grade school playing the recorder, the little,
yeah.
little wooden flute, and it really wasn't until high school, which when I actually had the opportunity to play the flute,
Mm.
and I even played the clarinet for a year, which I didn't really like at all. And I just always knew that I wanted to play the flute. And that's a good question about musicians. If you want to get very philosophical,
Right.
some of us say, we never feel like we're really a true musician, or
Mm.
but I guess the first time that I guess I got a paycheck and playing for actual audiences and stuff, that's when you sort of feel like you're a professional musician.
I mean, let's dive into that a little bit. I mean, is that true? Like some people never feel, maybe you feel like that? Like you never feel like you're a musician?
Well, I mean, again, it depends on how you look at the word. I mean,
Right.
essentially anybody who makes any kind of sound out of an instrument is a musician of sorts. But if you really look at the musicians that have that incredible level of craft, like the greats, and then you're comparing yourself to them, you just always sort of, well, feel inadequate. So um, but again, I think for our purposes, yeah, we can say you're a musician too. I mean, if you play from grade 6 to grade 8, you must have been able to play a few things.
It's amazing, you've got that Canadian humility. We've only got a minute left, but you're like you're just nominated for a Grammy. Like I think again, like you're such an acclaimed, like professional, but the
Mm,
humility is like it's genuine.
thank you. I guess I'll definitely take that as a compliment because you don't hear that so much anymore. Um,
Right.
yeah, so I mean, again, it's incredible, what has happened, even just since I've known you.
Mm.
And I remember you also came to one of our openings of an album that I did.
Right.
Actually, I have it here, Asia Beauty.
All right.
We were recording in the studio, and we actually recorded. I don't know if you remember that, but we actually were recording live a video in the studio which we ended up
Ron,
cutting together.
let's get to commercial. I want to get more into your
Sure.
music and the amazing career that you've had. I've got Ron Korb here on the spotlight.